Arsenal versus Crystal Palace for the second time this week, this time in the Premier League. Guys, we're going to be covering all of the details from this game. We did cover the Carabao Cup game a couple of days ago where Arsenal did run out as winners. Previously, it was at home, this time away. Prior to this game, Arsenal were looking to improve some of their recent Premier League games. They have been drawing games, dropping points in the title race that they can't really do so, and they've essentially lost their position as being Liverpool's closest rivals during this title race, with Chelsea superseding them. And so coming into this game was a big game. Obviously beating Crystal Palace midweek would have given them confidence, but not only them confidence, but Gabriel Jesus confidence, who scored a hat-trick in that game, and he would be starting this game as well. As you can see, the Arsenal lineup: Gabriel Jesus starting in the striker position. Kai Havertz actually moved back into midfield alongside Thomas Partey and Odegaard. Supporting Gabriel Jesus was Saka and Martinelli, and the back four of Timber, Lewis Skelly, Gabriel and Saliba, with Raya in goal. From a Crystal Palace side, they were without Eze, a major miss. You can see it in the makeup and the dynamic of their team. They structured themselves in a lot more of a defensive formation, I would say. A lot less attacking, shall we say. A lot less attacking from Crystal Palace in the way that they set up. But however, they did have Sarr, they did have Mateta. Those were the two major outlets. I would say it was more of a, yes, Sarr was operating slightly on the wing, but it was more of a 5-3-2, with Sarr giving a bit more of a free rein to operate in different spaces. That's the major news from the lineups as we went into this game. Arsenal would take advantage very early on, and it's something that we've spoken about in terms of game states. Gabriel Jesus getting on the score sheet very early. A cross came into the Crystal Palace box. Saliba and Gabriel were also in the box, held off some of the defenders. That ball went all the way through to Gabriel Jesus, who took it perfectly, not only in the control but in the finishing of that chance, putting Arsenal 1-0 up. And again, we've spoken about Gabriel Jesus. You can do it in the Carabao Cup, midweek. Cool. Can you do it in the Premier League against the same opposition? Yes. And again, you got to give your props. Good finish. Again, the quality that he has is undeniable. The consistency is a question, but he's shown it here and in this little period that he can do it. But the question would be, where was this the remainder of 2024? It's been nearly 365 days, just I think 40 shy, between your last Premier League goal and this goal. And so the expectations for Gabriel Jesus will be high. He is our number 9. He is one of the highest paid players at the club. And it's good to see him actually turn up and do the business, because when he does, it puts Arsenal in a different, space. When he's firing, when Kai's getting his goals as well, it puts Arsenal in a good space where, you can understand that with them scoring, with Odegaard getting on the score sheet from time to time, with Saka, Martinelli, you can see why you would think, okay, can they get through with this core group of players? But it requires everybody to be firing, and that's just to give Arsenal a chance, honestly. So Gabriel Jesus gets his goal. Crystal Palace would fire back quite quickly, breakaway on a counter. Sarr, who went through and had his goal and was probably one of the better players for Crystal Palace's perspective, essentially took the ball into the box really easily. Saliba was trying to jockey him, show him onto his weaker foot. That did not work at all, and Sarr was able to slot the ball past David Raya. But Arsenal could have defended that a lot better and should have defended that a lot better. Following on from that, again, the question would be, how would Arsenal bounce back? And they would bounce back by a goal with Gabriel Jesus. This time from a resulting corner would come in. It wasn't cleared correctly. Gabriel Jesus again with a brilliant finish, really smartly taken. Again, I can be objective of players that I've criticised because it's never personal. I like Gabriel Jesus as a player and his profile. It's just that consistency, that finishing has to be of the level that we expect. Otherwise, Arsenal can't get to where they need to get to. This game, he did show it. 5 goals in his last 2 games against the same opposition. Yes, but 2 goals where he needs to be in and around the box. Scoring, he's at the age of 27, as we know. He needs to be delivering at a higher level than he has been. But yeah, this is what we want to see from Gabriel Jesus. Again, 3 of his 4 shots on target, doing the business. He did miss one big chance, which we will talk about before the I believe it was the fourth goal, if I'm not mistaken. He should have taken that, and it's one of the reasons why I'm so hesitant to crown him or go on, soliloquies about his performances, because when the time comes, we need Gabriel Jesus to score those important goals with the chances he's given, and he can't miss that third chance that he had to solidify back-to-back hat tricks. He needs to take those opportunities, and he needs to be in a position where he's doing the business this season. A great performance from him, and it would put Arsenal in good stead. They didn't look back after that goal. Following on from that, we did have an unfortunate injury to Saka. He did have to come off with this injury, and he was seen on crutches after the game. Hopefully, for Arsenal's sake, it's not serious. Otherwise, again, you're going to have serious problems in terms of how Arsenal can move forward without one of their star players. The questions will be, okay, do you bring Sterling in, for example, now? Do you move Martinelli to the right and Trossard on the left? But again, my question will be, Arsenal, why did you not sign a suitable replacement for one of your star players? We've known we've needed this for a number of years, and it hasn't been addressed, unfortunately. But hopefully, Saka's injury isn't too bad. Arsenal would continue their momentum with the third goal, and essentially a rebound which came to Kai Havertz. He was in the position to finish it, and he did just that to take it to 3-1 for Arsenal. Martinelli, who was moved over to the right-hand side when Trossard came on, he went onto the left-hand side, actually put in a decent performance on that right-hand side, I'll be honest with you. He did get his goal, well-deserved for him as well. He has been improving his performances for sure, and that left-hand side, again, it's a pick 'em at the moment, but he's putting his stamp on it. If he's going to be starting games, getting goals, he was instrumental in getting Gabriel Jesus the ball for his first goal. And so, again, it's testament to the work that's being put in. Again, I've been one of the harsher critics of Martinelli, no shame in that. My expectations for him and Gabriel Jesus are of the highest level, because they have the ability, they have the quality, it's consistency, it's focus. And in this game against Crystal Palace, they definitely did this. And then finally, we got the introduction of Calafiori and Declan Rice towards the end of the game. Declan Rice did get the assist for the Martinelli goal, and also a brilliant strike to end the game 5-1. Arsenal see out this game against Crystal Palace, a tough away game, but for one of the better teams away from home, Arsenal showed their quality once again. We'll take a final look at the stats. Arsenal did dominate the possession. Expected goals 2.88. They did deserve their goals. You can see the amount of shots in and around the box. That's where Arsenal want to be doing their damage. Crystal Palace actually surprisingly had a number of shots and opportunities. They just didn't take it, and it might be testament again to Arsenal not playing as defensively or as rigidly as they have been. By coming into the midfield, letting Thomas lead the 6 activities, and it puts them in a great position. I would like to see this a little bit more. I would like to see Wanyeri come in with Odegaard. I guess with Kai Havertz, you do get the size there that we may be missing. A number of big opportunities for both teams. Arsenal did miss a couple. We did talk about the Gabriel Jesus miss, but that does not outweigh all the great work that he did. Guys, this has been the review of the Crystal Palace versus Arsenal game. Make sure to leave your opinions. Should Gabriel Jesus continue to start? Should Arsenal be looking to continue with Kai Havertz in midfield? What would you change? Who was your player of the game? I want to hear it all your opinions, guys. It's been EDA. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll catch you guys soon. Peace.